Ah, yes. Welcome,
Yay.
everyone. I'm Lonnie,
I'm Amber.
and we are Untitled Nerd Network, brought to you by Infinity Flux out of Hickson, Tennessee.
hmm
And this is the 8th episode of the Orville,
hmm
titled Into the Fold. And sounds like a fun name.
Into the fold.
Um,
Well, I mean, compared to what they were calling it.
yes. That was actually funny. Like that was one of the funny little things in the episode. You know, there's all kinds of like pop culture references and just funny little jokes and stuff
hmm
like that. And like here's the thing. In the Orville, you know, this is what 300, 400 years into the future.
Yeah. Or more. Who knows?
Yeah, or more.
But at
And
least.
it's like you look at how they look back at the 20th and 21st centuries.
hmm
Like, we don't look back on, like, the 1600s like that.
hmm
So,
What do you mean we don't look back at the 1600s? Please explain yourself.
like, we don't look back, like, they almost look back at the 21st century with, like, a nostalgia, or, oh, we love the music from that time, and we love, you know, the TV shows from that time, and da-da-da-da-da. That's really, to me, the only unrealistic part of the show.
That is yeah, you're right. If it's so far ahead of the future, then yes.
But, at the same time, we, like, if you
But I
think
think
about
they've
it,
more studied it than having nostalgia, because remember when they were trying to dress like,
yeah.
and it was more of like a 90s style type dress they were wearing. It wasn't like what we would wear right now.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm thinking. Maybe it's not more of a nostalgia. They've studied it and they just really enjoy it.
Yeah, and that and the fact that maybe it has to do with like the Industrial Revolution.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like the early 1900s. Like there are tons of people all over that
Sarah's
even
on.
huh?
Sarah's on.
Sweet. Hello, Sarah. Um like think about it, like it seems like since technology became a big thing,
mm-hmm.
um like it was what about maybe 1910s. People now look back on that. So, you know, like the 19, you know, people like that, you know, the 1920s and 30s gangster looks.
Mm-hmm.
And,
That's exactly
you know,
what it
people
is.
like Fallout, you know, those games, those take place in like an alternate reality where it's like current times, but it still has the styles and the looks of like the 1940s, 50s, and 60s. You know, that
Mm-hmm.
old, I want to say like,
Vintage.
yeah, the old
Real.
vintage like jukebox look,
Mm-hmm.
you know, all the stuff has. So, and there are people who enjoy that, and they were never born. There's people who enjoy, like, you know, cassette tapes and
Mm-hmm.
records, and, you know, they were born in like 91, you
Yeah.
know. So,
Most definitely.
yeah, so.
So now do you kind of understand?
Yeah.
It's not really a nostalgia feel. It's just they've studied it.
They've
and
seen
they
it.
just really, it clicked with them.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of people that say, gosh, I was born at the wrong time. You know, there's a lot of people like, man, I should have been around during Woodstock, or I should have been
Yeah.
around during this. You know, I would have absolutely loved it.
That, and if you think about it, from what I understand, the 21st century is probably, in their history, that last big boom before, like, see, like in Star Trek, the world went to crap. Like, World War III happened.
Yes.
And then humanity kind of climbed back up from that, and then a dude created the first light speed travel, and when they did, a passing Vulcan ship like saw the signature, and they were like, oh, what's this? And then they show up, you know, and the first contact's made. I wonder if something similar happened in the Orville. Like, did they have some kind of big war maybe that they've not mentioned yet?
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, like Star Trek, they don't go around mentioning World War III all the time.
No, but they
It's
do.
just a footnote.
Yeah.
But it happened.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering...
What happened to get them to this point?
Yes. Did they take alien intervention? Or, you know, how did they get, you know, the big spaceships and stuff? Because it almost seems like they couldn't make that kind of jump by themselves in the span of, you know, 300 to 500 years. They may be able to, because look at how far we've come just in the past 50 years.
Right.
You know, we've gone from computers that couldn't fit inside this apartment and had barely 0.1% of the processing power of an iPhone to now having computers that
handheld, basically.
Yeah.
Because that's what our phones are, little handheld computers, more or less.
You got like Siri and crap like that. And you know, used to, if you wanted something to talk to you, it would have to have, you know, like an acre of tape reels and stuff. You know, those old fashioned.
Yes.
You know.
Oh, my papa had a reel to reel. He
Really?
recorded on it. Yes.
Holy crap, that'd be awesome.
It was interesting to watch him. Yes. I don't know whatever happened to him, but like he had recordings of himself on the reel to reel.
Cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be a pain in the butt to use now.
Oh yeah, I couldn't imagine him trying to use the technology now. I mean,
Everything was much more manual.
This man did not want call waiting on his phone because he didn't want that $7 charge. He said if somebody wanted to get a hold of him, they'd keep calling.
A $7 charge for call waiting.
Yes.
God almighty, how far have we come? Like, just, like, as far as technology goes, think about this. Like, my mom got her first cell phone. Back then, it was a car phone.
Right.
And it was the big bag.
Yes.
And it was a big bag that, like, 90% of it was battery. And it actually had one of the old style twisty phone cords that attached to the phone. It had, like, a little two-color green and black, you know, display.
Yes.
That would light up. And, you would take it up off and you would dial the number. And I think it was like $100 a month for like 30 minutes of airtime.
Yes.
And by God, you better not go outside the city limits because that son of a gun would roam and you'd end up getting charged like $1.90 a minute.
Oh, Jesus
or some
Christ.
crap like that. You know, like, we'd be like, because I know sometimes we'd kind of venture onto the outskirts of town. And she'd be like, you need to check it, make sure it's not roaming. You know?
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, God. But yeah, just think about like how much technology has come. I mean, holy crap. But anyway, on to this episode. We kind of got sidetracked there. And also remember, you can get legacy tokens. Yes. I think we're at, if I'm not mistaken, we're still doing them at like 20 for every 10 minutes watched. 200 point bonus for new subscribers. And kind of going with that for the next, probably the next little while. But anyway, also check out in the video description, there's the link to our contest link where you can win a November loot crate, as well as the place where you could spend your legacy tokens. Also, as far as this episode's concerned, you basically get, I can't remember the doctor's name to save my freaking life.
Gosh, you don't have it pulled up, do you?
No, but I can. But
you should have already had that pulled up.
Where the heck is my phone at?
No, and now you've lost the little computer.
I've lost my phone.
It was just right here.
Yeah, I have no clue where it's
at.
No, I don't know.
It's not in there?
Weirdness.
Ah.
Anyway, there's nothing at the end of nothing like at the end of a long day than a nice warm glass of Hawaiian Punch. You seriously, you don't know where that's from?
No.
Need to watch the movie Nothing But Trouble if you get the opportunity.
I do. It's on my list. There it is.
Where?
I heard it. I heard you pull it out your ass. And I heard it fall.
Great. It probably fell back down into the couch.
Probably. It probably did.
Well, my
At
phone's
any
gone.
rate,
Awesome.
so the doctor.
Yeah, so the doctor, it starts out with a doctor taking her kids.
That I
Her
didn't know
two-
she had.
Yeah, her two sons. Yeah, we had no freaking clue she
That
had
was
two
a
kids.
surprise.
To what is it, like a play planet or something, where they're just
Yeah.
recreational, get out in the sun and everything. And so they decide to take Isaac along, who is like the
Well,
robot.
they didn't decide to take Isaac. They were going to take the other guy. Oh, what's his name?
I wish I had my phone.
Gosh. Yes.
Ah.
We need it badly because we're epically failing with character names.
Yeah, we are. I'm like reaching back here trying to find it.
Like, I mean, I would turn off the chat
No,
if need be, but
I don't know.
like I heard it plop. I
That
don't
really
know.
sucks that you heard it plop too, because that means it's probably
I gotta
gone.
know character names
Ah.
because it's driving me crazy.
Oh dear God. You know what? This is going to be entertaining for everybody, but I have to get my freaking phone. Oh, there it is. It's between my legs.
Dang it. Oh,
All
how
right.
convenient.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Let's see the Orville characters. Before we continue on with this.
Don't mind us. We woke up at 3:30.
Do what?
I said, don't mind us. We woke up at 3:30.
We did?
Yeah, we did.
Oh yeah, we have been up for a minute, haven't
Yeah, so.
we? Okay, so we've got Dr. Claire Finn.
Okay.
She's the doctor.
Mm-hmm.
And then let's see, Grayson.
I think that's who they were going to take.
Who is Kelly Grayson?
No, I don't know.
Kelly Grayson is the first officer, his ex-wife.
Okay. So, no.
Which, speaking of, they've not really explored their dynamic lately.
But they've been exploring all the other characters.
And character development has been a major thing on here, like more so.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, speaking of, holy crap! The big news this week was the Orville was renewed for season 2. I am like so excited about that.
I was like
Big time, because I was really.
I was worried. I know.
Yeah.
I was so worried.
But
season 2.
yeah, the Orville, it was like, we talk about this every review, but their ratings had kind of dipped after the move to Thursdays.
Yeah.
And they're building back up. And they said that not this episode, but the episode from last week had like a 24% jump. And, a lot of people were, crediting that to, the World Series promotion. But I think it was because they promoted it during the World Series. People were like, holy crap, the show's still on. Let's check it out. So, and, because I'm sure a lot of people didn't know where it was at because they had swapped nights, like 3 or 4 episodes into the series.
But anyway, so because the other pilot couldn't come with them, they sent Isaac.
Who is the artificial intelligence robot.
They're having to do like repairs and stuff on the ship and whatever, and just kind of chilling. And he said, "I'm so excited to study y'all." That was his whole deal. But then, it turned out like he learned a lot more than that.
Yeah, he ended up learning a lot from them. And they go to this planet. They end up having to crash land on it. The shuttle breaks into 2 pieces. Well, first they go through like this gravitational anomaly, and which is kind of like a black hole, but it's lit up. So they go through it. The shuttle breaks into 2 pieces. The doctor is in the back piece, and the robot and the 2 children are in the front piece. And they end up getting separated, and so the doctor ends up getting captured and by like whoever lives there, like the indigenous people.
Yeah.
And which is interesting because he told her they had had a huge war on this planet.
Mm-hmm.
It had pretty much destroyed everything, and that one of the sides poisoned the water supply. And I was sitting there while I was watching that. It made me think, like, you know, in some of those like supervillain movies or, you know, big war movies or whatever, and somebody has this evil plan, you know, that's going to destroy the world. This is the one where it worked.
Yeah.
Like, there was like some dude, you know, poisoned the entire water supply. I'm sure there was a group of people trying to stop him, and they failed. And that is the result of the bad guy getting away with it.
Which in turn was really, once they drank the water supply, kind of turned them into zombies.
Yeah.
That's what they did.
Basically, really messed them up.
Yeah.
But that was rough. I would actually almost like to see a standalone episode of that conflict. I mean, there's just a lot of neat, you know, backstory and stuff. I mean, I know where you're coming from.
I love backstory, but I don't care to hear that one. That's just my opinion.
But yeah, I mean, of course, they end up, you know, everybody ends up finding each other, but not before her youngest son actually gets some of the water in his mouth, I guess.
When he falls in the water.
Yeah, when he fell in one of the streams. And so it causes all these spots to appear on him and everything. That's right. And
they end up bonding, though, with the robot.
Yeah, the robot.
Because the robot is just, you know, straightforward, because it's a robot.
Yeah.
And it's like, this is what's going to happen. You need to do this, and yada, yada, yada. But he tried to mom approach it first.
Yeah.
Because their mom's approach was, if I have to come back there, y'all are going to be in big trouble. That was her approach.
Which his robot mind is like, just try different things until something works.
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't for a little bit, which is funny. And I like how he doesn't have a filter. He just says whatever. Mm-hmm. And he's not even meaning to offend anybody.
No,
he just says.
Because he thinks like I said, a robot, straightforward. It's just all he knows. Because he has no filter. He doesn't really have feelings. But
he will eventually.
He kind of starting to get a sense, though.
Yeah. And I think he will eventually. You notice he was like holding her hand at one point.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I'm saying. I really think that, you know, they had, I think it was in the movie, one of the movies and a couple of episodes of Star Trek The Next Generation, where Data was given like an emotion chip, or his emotion chip was turned on or whatever, and he became like a totally different person. I really think that's going to happen with him eventually. I mean, we'll see.
Yeah, because when she was worried that, you know, the little boy might not make it, the youngest one, he did. He grabbed her hand because she said, I don't want to watch him die. I don't want to sit here. And yeah, that was really big.
Yeah, it was awesome. But this episode, I mean, it was really good. It was different.
It was different compared to the other one.
It didn't quite have...
It was definitely a break I needed because I was complaining last week. Or was it last week?
Yeah.
About, you know,
last week was Majority Rules about the social media planet.
Oh, his social justice opinions every time. I was like, oh my God. Give us a little break.
There was really none of that in this one.
No, there wasn't.
As a matter of fact, we took a break from the entire crew.
Pretty much. And we just worked on their dynamic. Which was great.
And we also found out that the children didn't have a father. Mm-hmm. That she actually had them artificially.
Artificial insemination. She's like, you're getting kind of personal.
Yeah. Because he just came right
because
out
because he's studying, so he asks all the questions. He wants to know what happened and why and da-da-da-da. Because how else are you going to learn if you don't ask questions?
Which I actually thought was really funny at the beginning of the episode. What was it? The dude, they made a thing about how he called those anomalies glory holes. And so later on, like, God, what's the guy's name?
Where's your character list at?
Yeah, I've got it. Bortus, yeah.
Yes.
Bortus is like the all-male alien race, but they're getting ready to enter it, and he was like, preparing to enter the glory hole, and the commander's like, no.
That. He's like, what? He's like, never mind, just whatever. It was great, though.
Little things like that make this show amazing.
I really love the Barry Manilow reference. Even though you don't really remember the Family Guy episode where they did that.
Which tells me Seth MacFarlane is a big fan of Barry Manilow. Mm-hmm. Because that's...
He's like, Barry Manilow's awesome. They're playing it while they're doing repairs on the ship. They're playing Barry Manilow in the background. And, of course, you know, the one guy, Lamar...
Yeah.
Is like, God, can we please change it, you know? I'm like, no, Barry Manilow's the man. Like...
you could tell right off that there's a lot of shared details among Seth MacFarlane's shows. Mm-hmm. And like even Joseph pointed out during this one, you know, like at the beginning when the little boy's like trying to wake his mom up.
Yes.
And it was basically Stewie all
like,
over
that's
again.
Like Stewie, mom.
Yeah, I mean that was the kind of thing that was happening. And there were a couple of references here and there throughout this episode that really tied into his other works. You know, like the Barry Manilow thing.
Yeah, we are tired.
Why? Who said that?
Death Dealer.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean we are kind of,
yes.
but I mean I'm still like I'm pumped up for this review.
Stop right now.
I mean I am tired.
You're not pumped up for this review, but you are doing well.
I'm having a good time.
We're having fun.
I'm having a really good time.
I mean, it don't help that I'm drinking either.
Oh, I'm not drinking. I just had regular punch.
I wanted to sleep tonight. I'm out of Benadryl.
This episode is brought to you by Hawaiian Punch.
Kind
of, sort of.
Nice Hawaiian Punch.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yay! All right. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and give this episode...
What are you going to give it?
8.
That's what I'm going to give it.
Because here's the thing, like, there were a lot of good parts in this episode. But the overall episode...
It was just alright.
It was okay.
But it was a nice break.
Yeah.
For me, anyway.
Which I'm fortunate in the fact that we've not dipped, as far as the Orville's concerned, down out of 8 range for me yet.
That's true.
You have.
Well, yeah, that last one.
Yeah, you wasn't really big
7.
on that. But,
well, I mean, that's still, to me, that's not horrible.
Well, here's the thing. Like, even in the Orville's worst episodes, it has so many good moments in the episode that it's redeemed, for the most part. Because, like, even the worst, it's like Family Guy. You know, even if there's a dull Family Guy episode, there's usually at least a half a dozen really good one-liners or really good, like, flashbacks or something that, you know, you could still pull some stuff from it.
Well, even last episode, like, I gave it a 7. It's not my favorite. If it comes on again, will I be upset?
I loved the concept.
No, I'm not going to be upset watching it. I'm not going to skip it or nothing. I'll probably watch it anyway. So, but yeah.
Oh, so you agreed on the 8 for this one?
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah, because it wasn't like, you know, amazing, but it was good.
Okay.
It's a nice break. Good references.
All right. Well, we are a little bit past 9:30 Eastern, and I really don't want to drag this out any further than it has to be.
I think we're good.
Holy crap, we've already hit almost 25 minutes.
We did a lot of talking.
Yeah, we did. We actually talked as usual.
We didn't really get off topic this time, though. I'm very proud.
No, yeah, we didn't. I mean, we still talked about the Orville and some of the stuff. Okay. And I'm telling you, mark my words, we're getting really close to the big reveal where Seth MacFarlane's character, the captain, actually uses that teleporter.
No,
I'm telling you, it's coming.
It's probably going to be season finale material.
Yeah, because it's going to end up... Yeah. Because season 2, when it rolls around, they'll all have teleporters and stuff, and they're not going to have to rely on...
It's going to be so exciting.
And I'm really waiting for an episode where, like, you know, they'll probably end up having to do an episode where the teleporter malfunctions and, like, two people swap bodies or something.
Something like that, yeah.
Oh, my God. Look, I'm going to, like, pitch this to Seth MacFarlane.
Oh, God.
The one where the captain and his ex-wife go down to a planet, and when they come back up, they swap bodies.
Oh, God.
Could you imagine?
Cheesy, but sounds awesome.
Oh, my God. It would be amazing.
Freaky Friday, for real.
Please, let's do this. I need this episode.
I've been wanting to watch it. Dude, you're missing out. Like, you need to watch
And
it.
this is one of the best shows on TV. It's just fun. Like, there is some drama in it, but it's just a
little
fun,
bit, though. Just enough to keep it going.
Yeah, it's just a fun comedy. It really is.
It's like we say, it's like real life.
It's real life Star Trek.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if you like...
Like that kid throwing the game and making the ship crash?
Yeah.
That's legit.
Yeah, could totally relate to that. Because they were actually at the point where they were going to get away from this gravitational anomaly, this, like, black hole type thing. And the kids are in the back of the shuttle, like, fighting and stuff. And the kid, like, takes this little, I guess, futuristic Game Boy and throws it. When he does, it bashes against the control panel, and it just sends them plunging right down into this black hole.
Yeah.
That would really happen.
Yep.
I guarantee
Sure
it.
enough.
The kid kills everybody. Never mind. I'm not even going to go there.
Stop.
All right. Anyway,
Wrap it.
it's time for us to call it a night on that note. And everybody like my Loot Crate shirt? You can get a Loot Crate shirt by entering our contest.
Mm-hmm.
The link in the video description. Yeah, because we got a lot of people who've subscribed to our channel but haven't entered this contest. Free Loot Crate. All you got to do is click on the link. Send us a screenshot. That's it. That's it. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're going to call it a night. Everybody, thanks for watching. I know we did have actually a kind of busy chat tonight. Mm-hmm. This has been the review and live recap of the 8th episode of the Orville's first season. And if I'm not mistaken, how many more episodes do we have left?
I don't know.
I'm going to look real quick.
Okay.
The Orville episodes. It seems like I've said this before.
Oh, I'm sure.
The next one is called Cupid's Dagger.
Oh, God.
It's going to be airing on the 9th, which is next week. The Orville is called to mediate a peace treaty between two warring cultures. Tensions run high between Ed and Kelly when a familiar face boards the ship. Yaphet declares his love.
Bet.
Huh?
I bet it's the one she slept with. I bet it is. I can't
The
wait.
alien. Holy crap.
Why else would tensions rise when a familiar face shows up?
Excellent. And Yaphet declares his love for Dr. Finn. Who is Yaphet? That's going to have to...
Is that the little slime thing? Because it already does that.
Yeah, he's the slime.
Yeah, he's hit on her before.
I know. It's like, that's
funny.
really not a big thing. He goes in there all the time.
Well, he's just been, hitting on her, not really saying any kind of feelings.
Okay.
And it's different when you do that. I'm just saying.
All right.
Anyway.
Well, thus wraps our review.
So how many episodes are left? You didn't answer that question.
Son of a-
You read the description in the next one, and we got excited.
Oh, it's, yeah. Let me back out of the Yaphet description. The AV Club about this episode says, in an excellent episode, Dr. Finn emerges as the Orville's best character.
I don't know about all that, but she's pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't know about that either. If I was to pick a favorite, it would probably either be the captain or Bortus.
I like Bortus.
I'm a big fan of Bortus.
He's pretty cool.
And the robot's really starting to grow on me. 13 episodes.
Okay.
And the season finale is actually going to be directed by Seth MacFarlane.
Woohoo!
Which episode? The Priya episode?
Mm-hmm.
The one where she showed up? That was actually done by Jonathan Frakes, the guy that played Riker.
Oh, okay.
And, yeah. Different directors all around. But anyway, everybody, thanks for watching. 13 episodes total. So we're about to start 9, and then 10, 11, 12, 13. 6 more episodes.
Okay.
Which is awesome, because we're barely halfway through the season. Alright, everybody, thanks for watching. We'll be, is it just going to be me here tomorrow night?
Probably, yeah.
Okay. I am going to be playing one of
we'll
a few...
figure it out.
Huh?
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
I'm going to be playing one of a few games tomorrow night, probably in the 8 o'clock time slot.
Okay.
Either going to play Borderlands, the Handsome Collection, which will probably translate into Borderlands 2. Skyrim, Special Edition. There's another one, Dead Island, the Definitive Collection for PS4, or Half-Life 2 on Xbox. One of those 4 games I'm going to be playing tomorrow night. Who knows? But anyway, we're going to go ahead and call it a night. We'll see everyone tomorrow night around 8 p.m. And, anything?
No. Bye.
Okay. Well, anyway, I'm Lonnie.
I'm Amber.
And we are Untitled Nerd Network, brought to you by Infinity Flex out of Hickson, Tennessee. This has been the review of the 8th episode of the Orville, titled Into the Fold.
Death Dealer says Skyrim.
Of course. Everybody's on Skyrim. Everybody have a good night.